What's up, wrestling fans, trading card collectors? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Cards. You can check me out all over social platforms at Zhan Morning. If you need links to those, check in the show notes. All of it's there. Can you believe it? We've made it this far. Part 5, the final part of the 1986 Monty Gum Wrestling Stars card video series. The grand finale, or potentially the grand finale of meme and error cards, if you will. So, the question is, do you think we can get through 20 more cards without seeing any errors? I wouldn't get your hopes up, but let's finish this video series strong today. And before we get into that, just a few reminders of how you can help support the show. The easiest thing you can do is hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any uploads, and give me a thumbs up. It's free. It's the best way to help build the viewership, build the community that's into wrestling cards. Check out the podcasts I'm a part of, Wrestling with Cards and Worlds Collide, myself and Tony Vella from WrestlingTradingCards.com on Worlds Collide, talking all things wrestling. And then the Wrestling with Cards podcast is an audio companion to these videos. A lot of the audio is completely separate from what you're seeing on these videos, so you're going to want to check out both platforms. Subscribe on both of those as well, and leave us a review on the podcasts, because that's the best way to get the podcasts in front of other people to listen to, because generally on the podcast platforms, they don't have as good of an algorithm for discovery like YouTube does, so make sure to share those and leave a review. Of course, there are costs that go into making videos and podcasts. To help supplement that, make sure to check out the links below to my Patreon. You can contribute as little as $1 on Patreon. You can go on my eBay store and buy something for as little as $1, or you could give me $1 for a coffee. Trust me, all of that money goes a long ways to help continuing these videos, the podcasts, and just other wrestling card content. Card number 81, the Sheep Herders. Love these guys. I mean, look at them. When these two were known as the Sheep Herders, I would always see them on those bloody magazine covers that I'm always talking about and I've talked about in this video. But when they became the Bushwhackers in the WWF, I was out. Turn the channel heat with me. That's never changed. Card number 82, Tito Santana. Not a bad card here, but nothing really special about it. I think I always associate Tito with Strikeforce in the WWF. I love that tag team when I was a kid. Card number 83, One Man Gang. Very cool card here. Love the tough biker look, a cool gimmick for the 80s. Ironically enough though, my favorite time period of the One Man Gang was during his brief stint in ECW in the Full-Blooded Italians. I don't know why, but I loved and still do love when the veterans would just randomly show up in ECW, or to this day, they just randomly show up in promotions and matches. Card number 84, Gary Hart. Not a bad card here. I always thought Gary was a little different style of a manager. If you ever get a chance to read his book, it's a really good read. I love getting the behind-the-scenes info on booking decisions from guys that have done it at a higher level. Not to mention, the book just provides value in the form of wrestling history, which I wish more people would appreciate, but again, another topic for another day. I think I've said that I wish people would appreciate wrestling card history like 15 times on this video, so I apologize if I'm being redundant. Card number 85, Brett Sawyer. I guess you could call this a rookie card if you wanted. He had a card in one of the previous videos in this series, one with Arn Anderson, but this is his first actual singles card. I don't know many people clamoring for Brett Sawyer cards, but if you want this one, here it is. He also looks like he possibly just took a dump in someone's travel bag. Card number 86, Ron Bass, the good old cowboy, Ron Bass, the outlaw. Also a rookie card here. You guys know I love the rugged cowboy gimmicks in wrestling, and Ron Bass fits that to a T. I loved his time in the NWA, but honestly, I liked his short run in the WWF much more. I thought he just had an even cooler look. You gotta love the mustache and the mullet combination during his time in the WWF, but this is a great card. Card number 87, Hulk Hogan, Rockin' and Rollin' Brother. Maybe one of the coolest Hulk Hogan cards ever. You got Hogan rocking the shades and that bass guitar in the studio. I'm guessing he's either in the studio with Rush or Van Halen or Kiss, tracking some hit songs for them, brother, because, you know, he can do everything. Card number 88, Ric Flair. For being an action shot, I don't think it's too bad. Ric Flair just showing off his dominance. If I was to guess, that kind of looks like Harley Race in the picture, but I can't guarantee that. And of course, they don't tell us who's on it, whether it is or isn't right, so who knows. Card number 89, Ric Flair and the Sarge, Sergeant Slaughter. More Ric Flair, and man, this one is good. We've got a bloody Sergeant Slaughter. Ric Flair getting ready to deliver one of his trademark chops. This is pretty much everything about 80s wrestling right here in one shot. Card number 90, Ric Flair. What a card. Just a fantastic shot of Ric Flair here with that famous blue robe. looking only like Flair can. Something I noticed is how awesome the majority of the Flair and Hogan cards in this set. I think they gave each of them a good variety of photos used, whether it was just a still babyface shot, a shot posing like this Ric Flair one, or the Hogan with the guitars. And most of them are all really good, so if you're looking at an investment standpoint for any of these cards, a lot of the Flair and Hogans are going to be a winner in my opinion. Card number 91, Sergeant Slaughter. Cool image of Slaughter here, looking like the traditional American hero that we know he is. Despite when he turned on Hogan and America, does anyone else out there watching this run into people that actually relate Sergeant Slaughter more with G.I. Joe than they do with him as an actual wrestler? Let me know in the comments if you are Team Sarge Wrestling or Team Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders, or both. Card number 92, Ricky Steamboat. This card's kind of funny to me. It looks like he's in the middle of breaking some boards or something, and they decided, oh, let's just zoom in on his face and make that a trading card. I guess it could be worse, though. You know what else this looks like? It looks like a Ricky Steamboat in a fighting game on the character select screen. Could it be Mortal Kombat? Could it be Street Fighter? Could it be Time Killers? We don't know. It could even be in classic Monty Gum fashion if they made a video game, Way of the Warrior. Card number 93, King Kong Brody. Not Bundy, Brody. Bruiser Brody. Cool to see Brody in a card here at least. It's an okay card. I would have preferred a card of him with an image making some sort of crazy face, because, you know, when we think of Bruiser Brody, we think of a maniac, not just some random guy with long hair giving another guy a headlock. Card number 94, Macho Man Randy Savage. Or just Randy Savage at this point. I really like this card. You got a young Macho Man here. I'm not sure what picture this is from, but it's giving me some Pafo ICW Memphis vibes. I could be wrong, and I know at the time that this was released, he was already in the WWF. It's interesting, though, that he only had one card in this set, considering, like I said, he was in the WWF for a year by the time that these were released. So, interesting information behind this one. Card number 95, Dusty Rhodes once again, and possibly one of the coolest images for a Dusty Rhodes card ever made, in my opinion. I mean, what more could you ask for? Just look at this picture. Everything about this card rules. It screams American Dream. When people say Dusty Rhodes to me, this is the image that pops in my head. King Kong Bundy. Not King Kong Brody this time. We actually have King Kong Bundy with card 96. This card just makes me laugh. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with King Kong Bundy. Is he high? Did he just find out that he has to work with Elegante? Was he just told that he'll be working for Jim Herd soon? I'm not sure, but it's kind of a pretty funny card. Card number 97, Nikita Koloff. Yikes. Nothing says intimidation like chewing on a log chain, am I right? Totally awesome card here. I was never a huge Nikita fan, but all of his cards in this set are pretty awesome just because of the image used and the intimidation factor. Once again, something missing in wrestling today, for the most part. Speaking of Nikita and Dusty before him, we've got Nikita and Dusty on both on card number 98. It's okay. Really great feud between these two, the Koloffs, and Dusty being the white meat babyface for JCP. And of course, Dusty is bleeding, but not much else special to say about this card. Card 99, Hacksaw, Butch Reed. Rookie card alert here, and this is a good one. Butch Reed always looked like $1 million back then. I think he kind of gets lost in the shuffle of wrestling history for many people. One thing that stands out to me for Butch Reed is I believe he was on the second match of one of the very first indie shows I went to back in the late 90s. It was for a promotion called World Legion Wrestling. Harley Race produced it. I'll do some videos on that at another time. And card number 100, the last card. Wait a minute. Can you believe Monty Gum is going to close out a 100-card wrestling set with an error card? Well, I guess it's maybe not really an error, but card 100 we have Conga the Barbarian. We had Conga the Barbarian in a previous video at a different number with the same image. Only Monty Gum can produce wrestling cards like these. Well guys, we made it. Whew. What a workout. 5 videos of some of the craziest, so bad they're good wrestling card sets. 1986 Monty Gum wrestling cards. We did it. We're the champions of the world. I hope you guys enjoyed this entire 5-part video series and the video today. And honestly, with the exception of some of the errors, these are some really cool cards. And even the error cards are entertaining and maybe have kind of carved out a niche within the market just for these meme cards. If I brought you some value with this video or any of the videos in this video series, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so you never miss any of my uploads, And once again, before we go today, check the links in the show notes to all kinds of ways you can find me on social media. Help show your support for the show. And until next time, click the videos on the screen for more great wrestling card content. We'll see you there, pal.